Anthony Bourdain once said that you learn a lot about someone when you share a meal together. I didn't speak the same language as the people at this table, and somehow I've never felt more welcome.
Everyone has a story to tell. We connect and relate to one another when we share our stories. My name is Amelia Old, and I am your host of Voices of Inspiration. Join me as I share stories of friends, family, and strangers from my everyday life and travels. You will laugh, possibly cry, or walk away feeling connected more than ever to those around you and ready to be the change our world needs. Everyone has a story to tell. What's yours?
If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been listening for a while, thank you so much for being part of this space. This episode is one I have been looking forward to sharing with you. And if it stays with you, I hope that you'll consider following the podcast or leaving a review. It helps these stories reach people who might need them. Now, I want to take you to a table in Zhejiang Province. That quote from Anthony Bourdain couldn't have felt more true at the homestay Qianhuang Bay. One thing I've mentioned in other episodes about my travels through Zhejiang Province is the language barrier. It's something that you definitely become aware of pretty quickly, but at this homestay, I don't think that I've ever felt so at home somewhere when the only way we could communicate was through smiles, gestures, and the occasional bit of translation. It can be incredibly uncomfortable to sit around a table where everyone is talking and laughing, and you have no idea what everyone's saying. There's a moment where you definitely feel like an outsider. But here, that never happened. The owner of this homestay, Zhu Xiaokui, was sitting at the table with us that night, and he sat right next to me the entire evening. And he made sure that I felt included. Anytime something was said that made the table just erupt in laughter, he would kind of look over at me and laugh too, as if to say, "You're part of this." And we laughed constantly the entire night, sometimes because we understood each other and sometimes because we didn't. His wife also made sure that I felt welcome. She had prepared the entire meal, and dish after dish came out. And every time she set something in front of us, she smiled really big. And one thing that I noticed during my travels to China was that every woman of the house wanted to make sure that I was fed. It kind of felt like their love language. At one point, she hugged me, and it felt like the kind of hug that you give your family, even though I had just met her. We shared drinks throughout the night, and toasting became our shared language. Cheers was one of the only words we could all say together. So we said it a lot. Someone would raise a glass, cheers, and then laughter. And then a few minutes later, another toast, cheers, more laughter. And then again and again. At some point, it just became a joke, but also something more. We kept choosing that moment, lifting our glasses, looking at one another, smiling. It was a way to connect without needing translation. Every toast felt like a small agreement. We're here together, and that's enough. And I tell you, I had so much fun that night. Later, I learned that in China, how you hold your glass during a toast is important. You're meant to drink with your right hand and often support the glass underneath with your left hand as a sign of respect, especially when someone else is giving a toast. And I didn't know every custom that night, but I was definitely watching and I was paying attention and I was trying. Mr. Ju also presented us with gifts during the dinner, which was incredibly thoughtful and unexpected and just so sincere. It was so personal and I just felt really welcome despite the language barrier, despite how different our lives are. He felt like someone I would genuinely want to spend time with, someone I could sit across from again, share another meal with, and laugh just as much. especially if we were cheersing through the whole night. After that dinner, it made sense to me why this place feels the way it does. It's not just a homestay created by someone trying to recreate rural life for travelers. It's a home built by someone who never left it behind. Before we really get into the interview with Mr. Zhu, I wanted to share a bit of context about the area and who you're about to hear from. Qianhuang Bay opened in April of 2016, and the homestay was designed to preserve the original mountain landscape and countryside, keeping the natural environment intact while carefully renovating the space using stone and eco-friendly wood. From the beginning, there was a clear focus on sustainability and respect for the land. This was also the first homestay established in Xiling Village. Mr. Zhu isn't just someone who opened his home to travelers. He currently serves as president of the Yuan District Homestay, an agritourism association, and holds leadership and advisory roles at both district and provincial levels. More importantly, he's played a driving role in helping others do the same. Over the years, he has guided villagers interested in opening their own homestays, sharing his experience and resources. Because of that effort, Xiling Village is now home to more than 30 thriving homestays, with tourism continuing to grow in a way that supports the entire community. His work has been recognized many times, and I was in complete awe at the awards lining the walls there at the homestay. He has been named a National Rural Culture and Tourism Leader and been honored for his contributions to rural revitalization. But as you'll hear in this conversation, his definition of success is not about titles or recognition. It's about family being together, about neighbors supporting one another, and about choosing to build something meaningful without losing the heart of where it comes from.
My name is Zhu Xiaokui. I'm from Zhejiang Province. And my name is Joanna. You can call me Joanna. I'm the translator.
Can you start off by telling me a little bit about your homestay and what you have here to offer?
From 2015, I began to set up this homestay. 1 year later, the homestay is open for everyone. And to me, this homestay, actually, this is we have the whole family for operation this homestay and 4 generations involved. Here I want to especially explain the homestay in Chinese. We translate as 民宿. 民宿, min, that means 农民, the farmer. So that is our home, the farmer's home, because I am a totally native here.
So, with that said, what moved you to open your home to travelers, and what does this place represent to you?
在2014年的时候，我们
In 2014, in China, there is a it's a very important policy that is about how to develop the beautiful village, and how to modernize or how to develop the rural development. At the very beginning, I also worked in the cities, and my family member, my daughter, my sons also worked there outside in different places. And now I think in our village, in my hometown, the fresh air, the natural beauty, and the rivers, the mountains, even the Jingshan Mountain, are so beautiful and so attractive to the tourists. So we choose to come back to our hometown. And I also invited my family member, everyone involved in this operation of the homestay. And you see now we are so happy. We live a happy life because we can see each other every day.
That's really important. That's actually very special. I wish more people would embrace this. This is also a great space for businesses to meet.
Yes.
And so, Can you talk a little bit about what you have to offer for corporations to have their meetings here?
我呢，这家民宿呢，就是可以按照
Yes,
公
we can focus on different demands of the corporation for how many people and how long you want to stay. And I can design the tourist trip for you. And if you want to have several meeting rooms here, if I cannot offer enough rooms for you, I can ask for other homestays in our village to share. Because nowadays, share the resources is very, very important for all the homestays in this village with just like a team. Yeah.
That's good that you could work together.
Mhm.
It's not competition.
因为这个东西
For me, I'm getting rich is not enough. I want to help others, all the villages, getting rich. So if the companies or corporation come here, we can share everything. For example, if you are good at coffee and you come, if you have enough living rooms and you can offer, and if you are good at barbecue, you just offer such kind of service. So sharing is very, very important. And I feel great to be the leader. I can help others.
Has welcoming guests from around the world changed the way you see your own culture or community? Has it given you a greater appreciation?
因为我们就想这个
When I'm in the homestay, I feel so happy because for what I'm doing. And for everyone come to my homestay, I will try to make friends with you. I will free talk, chat, and share anything I want to say. So everyone come here will feel so great in my homestay. And so do I.
Is there a moment that you can think of that an interaction with a guest that reminded you of this is why I'm doing this?
像我最高兴的
Well, in my village, I am the first one, the first homestay. And I feel so proud and I feel so great that I can help others to join in this big plan. Nowadays, so far, there are more than 30 homestays in our village. I feel so proud of that.
That's incredible. 30.
多家了，
30多家。
我是这里的第一家。
Yeah. He's the first one.
Amazing. That's really amazing. Can you talk a little bit about what travelers can do in this area? So if a traveler is staying here at this homestay, what are some of the things in the community that they can do?
因为我们这个整个境
I can offer a whole year for the activities in different seasons. For example, in the early spring, you can do the making tea and making tea. Yeah, experience that and go climbing the tea mountains. And in spring, you can also to dig the bamboo shoots in the forest. In summer, for kids, for children, they can come here to play in the streams, in the rivers. In autumn, there is also a lot of things to do. For example, just having tea and to have the stuff cooking, something like that. And in winter, even you can go hiking in the snowy mountains.
So it snows here. I did not know that.
Would be here, it's snowy in winter,
Oh, wow.
especially on the top of the Jingshan Mountain.
I don't get snow where I live.
我们这里年年下。
Every year.
Amazing. When you think about the future of this homestay in this village, what do you hope happens?
希望在我上
For the future, I hope that the villagers can share or you can think about using your available rooms in your house to operate or to run a homestay. And through that, you can make money or run a better business to become more and more richer, become richer and richer.
I have one more question. Do you have anything inspiring, maybe words that you live your own life by that you would like to share with those who are watching?
茶印，正印的印，茶印晋升，新归齐王，茶印晋升，
是哪个音乐？Wow.
新归齐王，茶印。
Just you see in my living room there is a big Chinese calligraphy. It is someone wrote it and sent it to me. There are 8 Chinese characters on it. 心归乾皇，茶运金山。Well, I will explain it. 心归乾皇 that means xin, my heart, will focus on, or I put all my heart in this place because this place, the name for this place is Qianhuang. The Emperor Qianlong ever made a special visit here. Qianhuang, 心归乾皇. I put all my heart in this place. And the next sentence, next phrase is 茶运金山, meaning the tea culture, the tea charm belongs to the Jinshan Mountain.
I'll
share this.
Thank you for sharing that. And thank you so much for welcoming me here. This has been one of my favorite places. I've had a wonderful time. I wish it was longer than 24 hours. And I am looking forward to coming back. I'm very grateful for your hospitality and looking forward to sharing your story with lots of people.
可以啊，叫上来我说就说了，叫他把家人带过来看雪花飘飘。
Just invite your family members to come here in snowy winter.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait. Thank you.
谢谢，谢谢。Bye.
After our interview, before I left that morning, they took me just up the path from the homestay and told me a local story tied to this place. It's known as Qianhuang Well. The story is that Emperor Qianlong once passed through this area traveling along the mountain path when his horse slipped on the rocks. As he began to fall, he reached out and placed his hand against the stone to steady himself. At that exact spot, water is said to have emerged from the rock. Over time, a well was built there to mark the moment, and it became known as Qianhuang Well. When they brought me there, they encouraged me to touch the water for good luck, especially for my journey ahead. And if you are watching the YouTube version of this episode, you'll get the chance to see some of the photos and video clips from this well. When I think back on my time at Qianhuang Bay, what really stayed with me isn't just the beauty of the village or the experiences you can have there throughout the year. It's the intention behind it. I was once given a figurine by my grandmother many, many years ago, and on it, it said simply the gift of time. And that's something that's always really stayed with me over the years, because sometimes the greatest thing that we can offer someone isn't money or material things. Sometimes it's our time to sit, time to listen, time to be fully present, even when we don't share the same language. This wasn't someone opening a place to attract travelers. It was someone choosing to stay and to invite others into that choice. At that dinner table, without sharing a common language, we shared something else entirely: attention, care, laughter, time, a willingness to show up for one another, time that wasn't rushed or managed, time that was freely offered simply because we were together. Mr. Zhu didn't talk about success in terms of growth or recognition. He talked about happiness as family being together, as neighbors supporting one another, as opening your home and meaning it. That kind of life treats time as something valuable, something to be protected and shared. That night, every toast felt like a small act of trust, and every laugh felt like proof that connection doesn't require explanation. I came here for one night, and I left feeling like I belonged. And that's something that I'll never forget. I hope you join me next week for another episode about my time in the Zhejiang Province. Thank you for being here. Today's episode is supported by China Eastern Airlines. They offer 3 nonstop routes from the United States to Shanghai Pudong, which is how I traveled while working on this series. China Eastern is headquartered in Shanghai and is one of China's major international carriers. The airline operates 108 domestic and overseas branches worldwide and serves destinations across China, Asia, Europe, and other global regions. They're also a member of the SkyTeam Alliance, partnering with airlines such as Delta and allowing SkyMiles members to earn and use miles across participating carriers. On international flights, China Eastern offers 3 cabins of service: first-class suites, business class, and economy. Long-haul routes include entertainment screens, and Wi-Fi is available for purchase in economy class. If you're planning travel to Shanghai or exploring future international trips, you can find current schedules and booking information on the China Eastern Airlines website, which I'll link in the notes of this episode.